talk about Zombieland Saga and what makes it so great. Basically, everything I love about the show can be boiled down into it really redefines what it means to be an idol and to be an idol anime. First of all is the sense of humor. It is riotously funny, and I don't, not just like cutesy, making me smile or giggle. No, this is laugh out loud funny. The comic timing is really great. The jokes are funny and witty, and a lot of the jokes are based around subtle and not so subtle takedowns of the idol industry. Idols in Japan are expected to be, symbols of purity. They're not allowed to date during their idol careers, and they're supposed to be seen as like untouched and unworldly. So to have an anime about a group of idols who are zombies, a corpse, is probably the furthest thing you can get from something that is pure. Not only that, but the fact that they're zombies, they are literally worked to death. And then there's Kotaro, who, aside from being the funniest fucking part of the anime, is obviously a parody of an abusive manager. At the same time that's kind of taking down the worst parts about the idol industry, it's also celebrating what makes idol culture great and fun. There's very much a theme of the power of friendship, and these girls who are coming together from all different kinds of walks of life, and what they can accomplish when they put their skills together towards a common goal. Also, there's very much this idea of the power of a good song to make people happy and bring people together. So I do like that kind of, not only the deconstruction, but the reconstruction of what goes into an idol anime. But I want to focus specifically on 3 characters that, to me, really elevate the show, and in the service of that redefining what it means to be an idol. And the first one is Yugiri, who, while she was alive, she was a courtesan from the Meiji era. So here we have an idol who was a former prostitute, which flies directly in the face of that idea of idol purity. Here is an idol who we know, canonically, has had lots of sex with lots of men. And the great part is there is no slut-shaming, either from the other girls or, in the narrative itself. There's no... the girls never act scandalized or flustered over her former profession. And the show never, takes jabs at the fact that this is what she did in her lifetime. There are jokes about the fact that she used to be a prostitute, but they're clever jokes and funny and good jokes. Yugiri in the group fills the role of the big sister archetype. She is older than most of the girls, and she's very level-headed, very calm. They also don't do the thing where the girl from ages past suddenly finds herself in modern times and she's bewildered by technology. Like, she doesn't see a camera and go like, what kind of magic is this? She just kind of rolls with it and says, their characters ask her like, are you really okay with suddenly waking up in modern times? And she's basically like, well, it'd be like that sometimes. And I also think it's cute that the character she spends most of her time with is the little sister archetype, Lily, which brings me to the second character I want to talk about, Lily Hoshikawa, who is, I don't think it's really a secret by this point, but Lily is a trans girl. And the handling of that reveal was done extremely well. At no point, once the girls learn about her identity, at no point do they ever misgender Lily or call her by her dead name, and they make it very clear that they don't see her any differently. Kotaro even stands up for her in his own kind of weird way. Lily's entire backstory was really heart-wrenching, and it got me to cry, where I had just been laughing up to that point, so that's always the sign of good writing. The final character that I want to talk about is the legendary Tai Yamada. And this one is a little bit of a stretch, but Tai is coded to be autistic or, you know, neurodivergent in some kind of way, not neurotypical. All the girls, when they become zombies, they need some kind of outside stimulation to kind of wake them up. And Tai never fully wakes up. She still remains in this kind of typical zombie, shambling, moaning kind of state of being. And with that said, you know, she still performs with the other girls. She can't dance as well as them, she kind of shambles through her moves, and she can't sing at all, but this isn't a barrier for her still being a part of the group and, you know, being in the performances. And it doesn't at all stop her from garnering her own fan base. She does become more aware and more alert as the series goes on, and it's nice to see her connect with the other girls, and it's definitely nice to see the other girls, you know, always include her and never, you know, question why she's part of the group. But personally, I hope she never wakes up. I'm just really loving seeing this girl who, you know, can't speak, isn't as coordinated, and yet she's still very much an idol. She's very much a part of the group. All three of these characters bring something special to the show. They're very different and very unusual and not your typical idol character. And that's, to me, what makes the show so special. All the characters are very, you know, diverse and unique. They come from incredibly different backgrounds, and they all bring something different to the table. There's only 2 girls who are professional idols, although Lily and Yugiri were also performers in their day. You know, Ai and Junko are the only ones who were idols before now. Sakura was just an aspiring idol, and Saki was about as far away from idols as you can possibly imagine. She was in a girl bike gang, which again is another redefinition of what an idol can be. Saki is definitely not very traditionally feminine. She's very rough and tumble and crass even. And she's the one who kind of resists the whole idol, you know, idea the most. She thinks it's lame. But when she finally does embrace it, she proves that she can do a lot of good by, you know, being a voice for girls like her. And instead of inciting conflict, she actually uses her newfound idol popularity to help end an old conflict. I think Saki is my favorite just because she's very similar to Kyoko from Madoka Magica, who is another one of my all-time favorite anime characters. But I do love that the show celebrates these girls' diversity. They all bring something different to the table with their life experiences, and the show treats every single one of them as being valuable. I really, really hope this show gets a second season. For one thing, you know, there's definitely more to the story. We never really found out much about Tai, and we didn't find out how she or Yugiri died. We also don't know what's the deal with that journalist who seems to be on to Junko and maybe Ai as well. But aside from that, I just think anime like this deserves to be produced. It kind of questions the status quo, and it gives a voice and a face to girls who might not see themselves otherwise represented in media like that and like this. And I think that really deserves to be celebrated. But for now, please comment letting me know who your favorite Franchouchou idol is. If you'd like to hear me talk about more about Saga and Saga, let me know. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'm Eternally Optimistic, and I'll catch you guys next time.